Hey guys, Catherine Creek Fish Finders here. I am here today with John Lively, local
Hi.
fisherman from the area. He's been fishing this creek for about 15 years. We're going to ask him some questions on the creek and what areas might be good to fish, depending on the temperature, depending on whether the water's clear or muddy, and we'll get some answers from him. So John, you're a member of a club for fly fishermen, I hear?
Right, so I belong to the Federation of Fly Fishers, which is now known as the Federation of Fly Fishers International.
Okay, and they have a website
And we have a local
channel?
chapter that meets in Big Flats, and
Okay.
we have a website, and we're on Facebook. And I'm also a lifetime member of Trout Unlimited.
Yep.
And
That's why we're here, for the big trout.
there's a couple of chapters locally that does a lot of conservation work and that
Very
sort of
good.
thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I notice when I come out here, there's pretty much just a bunch of us old guys fishing. So I'm trying to get them to bring their grandkids or their kids, you know, to keep this going for another generation. We don't want to lose this last generation of fishermen. So trying to get kids excited, you know,
Right,
about
yep.
maybe coming out and catching the big one, you know. So I know we're going to show them the signs here, because I was talking to you about where you're allowed to go, because we always thought you could just walk in the stream and go through someone's property.
Right.
Apparently that's not the case now. So you can't just walk up through. So
That's
tell
right.
us a little bit about that.
We should talk about access, yeah. And it's getting to be more and more of a problem because the public does not have the right to go in the water wherever they want.
Right.
If particularly smaller streams, if they're posted, you're basically not allowed to be on there without the landowner's permission.
Okay.
Now-
Similar to hunting, basically.
Similar to hunting, yeah.
Yeah.
And so what New York State has done for many years is they've purchased what are known as public fishing rights on many streams, which gives the public the right to fish
Okay.
and to trespass on either one bank or another bank. The rights are specific to one bank. They might be left bank only, right bank only, or both.
Right. And they're usually putting these, we're going to show them the yellow sign
And-
here on
yeah.
the video.
And
if you see that, then you know you're okay for sure.
Right, they're usually marked quite well with these yellow square yellow signs. And there's also a great facility in the DEC website, has all the maps for every
Area. of
every
where you're at.
area,
Definitely, guys, if you don't see the yellow sign or you see a posted sign, don't go unless you know the guy.
especially on Catherine's Creek. Most of the creek is public.
Correct. Yeah.
There are a few stretches where it's not public and the landowner does not want people fishing, and those are generally
Posted well.
very well posted. And if you come to a stretch like that, please, be respectful and don't just barge right in, and find a way around it. And there's plenty of other places to
Oh, yeah,
fish.
there's fish, just from what we see here, there's probably 15 spots right here in this little stretch to fish, so it's not the end of the world. So before we go down to the creek, so a couple other things. So what is basically in this creek itself, there's a specific size limit. What is
Right,
that?
there's so Catherine's Creek is one of the tributaries of the Finger Lakes,
Okay.
which includes Catherine's, and in Ithaca there's several, Fall Creek and Cavey Inlet and 6 Mile and some others. And this, in Keuka Lake there's Cold Brook, and all of those tributaries of the Finger Lakes are covered by specific regulations. So for rainbow trout, the limit is 1.
Okay. Is that per day?
1 per day, and it has to be 15 inches,
At least 15 inches. Okay.
at least
guys,
15 inches.
And we even at a 15 inch, it's probably throw it back and get the bigger one. You know what I mean?
And they do get they do get well over 20 inches.
Last year I got 4 guys came down off the hill there, up Sleepers Creek, is it?
Right.
And yeah, they were well over 20 inches.
Yeah.
A couple of 20. One guy had a 24, and that has got to be big for this area. So
Yeah, and they're not your typical stream trout because they live in the lakes,
yeah, they're just coming up. to
and they
spawn,
only come into
basically.
these creeks periodically in the springtime to spawn.
Okay.
So it's a rare treat to be able to fish for them.
So our tips and tricks today is going to be mostly verbal because it is only March 19th, and we cannot be out here with a fishing pole because the DEC will drive by and they'll be on us. so we're not going to be able to physically show you too much here. But we're going to walk down to the creek and kind of look at some of the areas of what it's looking like now. This may be the conditions on April 1st. Could be clearer water, could be lower, could be higher, could be muddy. Depends on the rain, if we get another snowstorm.
Yeah.
So right now, actually, we had a pretty good rain yesterday, and this water was almost dark brown, and today it's cleared up pretty quick. So if we can have a clear day on March 30th and 31st, the first should be looking pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and move down to the water.